Oh boy. It's a Monday morning somewhere. Even though it's noon, it feels like Monday morning. I don't know. There's not enough coffee in a day on a Monday, and being freezing, flipping cold, Arctic blast.
Oh,
If you live in, where the iguanas fall from the tree, where the monkeys used to run. It's frigid. It actually got to freezing here in South Florida. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt, which is not uncommon because we do have heat in Florida. So not to be frightened that there are things called electric heat. We're good. Right? We're safe. But we're not here to talk about the iguanas. We're not here to talk about restaurants and service in restaurants. Today, I'm going to talk about something that David brought up in the green. We live in an era where enforcement is no longer about common sense rules. It's about relevance, optics, influence. Every major platform tells us the same thing, right? We have zero tolerance for hate. We have zero tolerance for picking on minorities. We have zero tolerance for extremism. Wait a minute. Let's take a pause. I could have gone on and on and on, and David knows by spending 15 minutes saying about zero tolerance. But zero tolerance for content that glorifies violence, dehumanization, groups of people. Those are written policies. They're clear. They're public. They're repeated endlessly. But enforcement that's selective. Because when an ordinary user comes across an invisible line, sometimes unknowingly the response is immediate. Content's removed, accounts suspended, careers disrupted, destroyed. No warning, no appeal. That actually works. Look, David and I have had that problem. We've been selectively enforced. Yet when high-profile figures with massive followings engage in rhetoric that many responsible people interpret as endorsing or excusing violence, promoting anti-Semitism, narratives, suddenly the rules change. They're very flexible. Suddenly it's context. Suddenly it's emotion. Suddenly it's political expression. And the question isn't whether any of the individuals intended the harm. The question is why the standards itself change selectively based on who you are and what your cause is. And why isn't it the inverse when someone else says something else? It's a small creator shared content that would be interpreted as supporting extremist organizations. The outcome would be more predictable. That when someone with $1 billion brand, enforcement becomes hastens, delayed, non-existence. Why? It's influence, it's advertising, it's revenue. It's the fear of backlashes. Or is it simply that some vices are deemed to be too big to discipline? Because selective enforcement doesn't just undermine trust of platform, it distorts moral accountability. It sends a message that principles are negotiable and that the outrage is only actionable when politically convenient. And this certain forms of hate is treated more tolerable than others. David, anti-Semitism in particular has become dangerously normalized under the guise of activism. Language that would never be accepted and directed to another protected group is reframed, excused, ignorance, or entirely, so long as it fits their narrative, and only enforcement is inconsistent. David, why?
All right, so let's take a massive step back after that wonderful little intro. Those of you who like to go to Sephora and buy Huda beauty products, you have to understand who you're buying this from. Yes, she's American born in Oklahoma. Yes, she's a billionaire. Her and her sister her sister Mona founded this business. But Huda Kattan her parents are from Iraq. And again, what happens when you bring those old world hates over? It just makes for more ugliness. And that is exactly what's happening here. First, Huda Kattan has claimed that she supports the Palestinians. She wrote after the massacres, 1 month after Hamas murdered 1,200 Jews or 1,200 people, I should say, in the southern Israel. She goes, "I'm Iraqi American. We are all Palestinians." She hasn't stopped supporting the regime since October 7, 2023. And the message went around to Sephora and to other entities to stop carrying their products. But lo and behold, silence. Yeah, Sephora canceled the ad campaign with her. But guess what? They doubled down and put up another new campaign not that long ago. Now, again, if you piss off some certain groups, that's okay. We will fight, but not with Jews. No. It's okay, as Stuart said just before, that you can go after Jews. It's part of, as Stuart called it, activism. It's the new activism. Yeah, right. But here's another step that Huda Kattan took recently that actually this time got her sister upset. She reposted videos of people in Iran burning Reza Pahlavi, the heir to the throne in Iran. She posted them, and she's basically supported the IRGC and the cause for Iranian's current terrorist-based regime to stay in power. Now, the Iranian community is sitting there scratching their head going, why isn't anybody reacting here? Why aren't we boycotting Huda products? And Iranians around the world who love her products are posting online that they're destroying Huda's products. You bought them already, people. She's made her money. But the catch here is, again, the incredible depth of silence towards this. Now, all you activists out there who almost 4 years ago put your yellow ribbons out there for Ukraine. I stand with Ukraine. And then you stood with Palestinians. And here you have thousands and thousands of people murdered in the streets by the IRGC. And again, you're crickets. It's incredible how you've stayed silent.
Well, David, because there's no budget to pay the paid activists and antagonists.
No,
to
the
go out
opposite.
there.
No, there's that for sure.
Okay,
But here's the thing, Stuart. Those entertainers that went out, as I said, the Grammys last night. The Grammys.
You watch those? You actually watch those?
No, I don't, but it's on. All these Oscars and Golden Globes and all these opportunities. Nope. Now there is a rumor that Mark Ruffalo was fired finally by Disney for all of his hateful speech that he's put out there. But again, we're back to very, very quiet way of doing it. I'll give you another example, Stuart, of silence. Miss Rachel, a YouTube star for children. That's her platform. She has expressed that, listen, you want to put up on your channel that you support Palestinian cause, knock yourself out. But when you wear a keffiyeh and you put them on your YouTube channel to try to influence children, now you've crossed a line. You've crossed a line supporting terrorists. So most recently, Miss Rachel said, oops, she there was an anti-Semitic Instagram post. She liked it. She didn't mean to. She meant to delete it. But now she's blaming Jews for this. Oh. It's a scandal. The Jews' fault. And again, crickets. Stuart, let me take you back to 2018. When Roseanne Barr was supposed to had her own television show.
Yep.
And she went after, on May 28th, 2018, she posted a tweet attacking former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett, calling her the offspring of the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
That got her fired.
Oh, it killed her career.
And look what happened. That tweet. That's it. That's all you needed. One tweet. Yep. But again here, Iranians don't deserve the attention Iranians don't deserve to see those activists who stood for humanitarian, to keep using that word humanitarian. There's silence.
You sound like you're almost from the UN with that humanitarian. David, listen, we're going to rack up the time here real quick. Selective enforcement doesn't erode trust. It exposes the truth, David. The truth of hate that just runs deep, right? It's what's behind the truth. When rules exist on paper but dissolve in the airways, it's a practice for very powerful. They cease to protect the people they were designed to protect. That's it, plain and simple. There's always been hate, David, right? There's always been hate. We grew up in Montreal in the early 80s. You don't remember some hate? You don't remember the mid 80s, late 80s hate?
I don't want to hear this. There's always hate. Yes, I know there's always hate. People are hateful, racist. We know that. I heard that. Yep. But those do-gooders, and listen, you see that university where just make sure that when you speak to somebody, you identify them properly, that you
David,
properly, that it's okay. Hold on, Stuart. If I were to sit here today and swap out the names Iranian, Jewish with another group, it would be vilified. We've seen this time and time again. Go back, guys. Go through our rants. How many times we pointed out the hypocrisy about this? That one group will get more attention, yelling, screaming, media calls than anywhere else. I don't hear anybody slamming it. Stuart, once again, I heard about boycotting Jewish products from Israel. Don't buy from Israel. Look at what Israel's done. The continuous verbiage of lies that's being spun and pushed and supported financially. Go after Israel. Go after boycott. And here you've got a billionaire who simply said, I support terrorists twice for two different opportunities. And the backlash is zero. Okay. If that's what you guys want, here's the reality. I will still vote with my wallet. But I want to just also say to those wonderful do-gooders who continue to tell me how I should act in this world, you're full of shit.
Oh boy.
You're full of it. To sit here to tell me selectively that this group, it's okay to support, this group, it's okay to not ignore, and we should fight hard, to go after people who want to you support groups of people that want to kill you, it's okay. You want to do that in your private life, knock yourself out. But if you want to go public with it and you want to put it on your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever means you want, then I have the right to vilify you. I have the right to come. And you want to know what, Huda? If you want to come after me personally and you want to sue me and say, oh, it's slander, I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. You, Miss Rachel, all you assholes and racists who are trying to influence people like that, come on, go ahead, because we'll expose your lies for who you really are. Hateful people. Hateful people.
If platforms truly stand against extremism, hate, and the promotion of violence, then enforcement be neutral, predictable, and applied without regards to frame, profits, pressure, or otherwise. The message is unmistakable. David, your voice is heard, by me at least. Some voices are policed while others are protected. And once the line's crossed, the issue is no longer content moderation, and nor are the rules. David, we started this rant 6 years ago, I believe this week. Yeah. Rules for me, not for thee. You ridiculed me, made fun of me constantly bringing it up over and over and over again for the last 6 years. And I'd like to remind you that I got you using the same cliche in this last year. It's unfortunate, the truth that cliche brings. The media is looking for dollars. It knows that this will create dollars, and therefore it will continue to promote whatever creates dollars. And unfortunately, the 0.02% of the world population doesn't spend enough money to make those dollars count. David, final word?
No. Wrap it up, please.
See y'all next time, guys. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern. David and I tear it down. That's it. I'm not going any further. See you later.